Welcome. This is Crime Queen, and if you're joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we get excited about love. This is where we ignite that which dwells from within us, that which comes alive, makes us smile. Hence, we say the crimson light is alive. Okay, so just to wrap up on this series of these presentations and development that has been transpiring so beautifully, I would like to just make note of my well, it's not my last observation, but it feels like one to deliver right now. Okay, so I was just looking at the word Genesis, which we have done, and Genesis, of course, has three fives in here, which we have talked about, reflects in that new cycle, which also in that new. Perhaps that is another thing that we need to look at with Exodus. That probably is really indicating the journey of Exodus as well. But we will look into that a bit later. So we have 3 5s, 15. And what I'm finding as well is interesting is here. So it's now this word SIS really does really bring something close to home, or is it ISIS? Okay. But basically, I felt that that was very interesting. And of course, with seven here, so we have GSIS. Okay. I'm just trying to, 3 5's 15. So if we have 15 here, well, 1 5, and 7. Let's just add the 7, but I was just really paying attention to the 3 5's 15 here. So 5 and 7 is 12, 12, and we have 1 and 1, 2. So that gives us 22. So we see that number, the gene, which we are, is transpiring here. So gene is really in 4 here. Gene is here. So we are all of that already. We are 3 4's 12 here. We are that 12 here. We already 12. And it's no wonder with the gene, we see the word G as well in good. The 7 is really reflective of that 7 where we go into our gypsy journey. Gypsy journey. Okay. And there, of course, gypsy journey, that's where we do the exnial. EXNIAL. I'm not sure whether the pronunciation is correct, but it sounds nice and it's really well fitting to what we want to say. Okay, so we see that 22 transpires. We know that Genesis is 33, and oh my, 33. So it's the M here again in 33. So we are that M. Perhaps that's why that's sweet M&Ms, the little chocolate sweet M&Ms. It's all around us. It's all around us. So we have M&Ms, and that is just really amazing. Of course, we have W and M very close to each other there, which is still indicating M and M. And that is the only place wow, I hadn't noticed this. Of course, each time we are doing something, this thing is endless. It's no wonder there is books and books just revealing the same story. But of course, they were very clever. So M and M, that's what we are with the 33 degrees. Hence the word degrees, that we are at liberty to pay attention with those degrees at any given point. And of course, as I said, it was on the scale of east. East, well, let's just use that for east, and west. West is 4. It is 13, 1 and 3, 13. And we see that B here again. So if we were to add 9 and 3 and 9 and 4, that would be 4. So which is in direct correlation with M and N. Because when we do the direction with north and south, north is 30, but then that's another 3. But when we do south, that is 20. But when we add the 30 with the 20, that gives us 5, which we have recognized W is still 5. W is 5. That's amazing. That is amazing. So we need to know how this relationship really works from north, south, east, and west to be balanced. However, the main point for this presentation was really to pay attention to how Genesis ends on this one, okay, on 5, here we could say, and of course it's left us with 191. So in actual fact, Genesis is from 5 to 7. So this is the cycle of 5, 5, 5, and 7. That's our gene. So it's 3 5s. It's showing us it's 3 5s in this angle, and it's showing us it is 7 in that angle. And it's also because I'm thinking that the 5 must transpire. 5 is showing here in these numerical values, but we have 3 5s here showing 1, 2, 3. That's interesting. And that's revelation. 1, 2, 3. Direct E's are showing in 1, 2, 3. Isn't that delicious? Here, that's Eve. E, Eve. This is very, very delicious. Okay, so what I was seeing from this part here, that 191 goes in direct correlation, as I did point out in a presentation, direct correlation with the letters that or numbers that are formed. It's 8, the 0, we have 9 really is 0. There's an interplay with 1 because we are going back to a cycle. The 1 and the 0 becomes 9. That is 9. That's mother and child. Then we have the 0, and the mother, of course, is tired, puts the child in the crib. Day 10. The mother passes away, or child's trying to work out their own life. They go through a cycle. But that would be, of course, on mother mature side. But of course, when you were a child, or you're new in Christ, you are a new creature. So you are still But it's when you get to this stage of trying to figure out your way of round, going around like this, you you form an 8. I like the way I put 808. That's very wonderful. So you're in heaven and you're in the earth. You're in heaven or in hell, whichever you want to look at it. But this is really the same as this and 9. And that's what this 191 is about. But it also reminded me, that was getting to the point. It's like I have someone or some spirit who's really reminding me of the intention of what I intended to do. Okay, intention. So 911, that is interesting, or 119, that too is interesting. Okay, but that's not, and it's also 911, of course. It also is showing a direct 1, 2, 3, 4. So from 1, 2, 3, 4, no, we are starting, we are with 7. So it's 755. So 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. So from this stage here, this stage to this stage, of course, your child here, and that works itself out because you have done the one on 1, 2 to 9 here. You've done that block because McDonald's is looking after you. It's keeping you occupied. Okay. And with that side here in this block where you are doing from the 7, because you're safe in 7, but from here in finding that 8, this is where you could say, even from the 7, even from 7, you could say this is where, of course, the war begins, the war between heaven and earth. This is where you are really trying to make sense of life. And of course, we can see this is where wars, on this part, wars evolve. And of course, there are those who have to pay their inland revenue, their dues, because some win and some lose. Oh, perhaps we should say no one wins in war, everyone has to pay their dues. They go to headquarters and they have to pay, and the cycle goes on again. This is it. This is our template for numerology. Okay, I hope you have found this beneficial. I hope you have found it fun. Of course, I think we can smile about something just resurfacing or something we had not known before. So I am really appreciative of your time watching these presentations. If you like the presentation, click the like button and share, because this is how we do it. We share to actualizing self-love. In the meantime, stay blessed, stay bright, and stay ignited. Namaste. And spill over with love. Spill over with love.